Beautiful seekers, this is Clarity 1129. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I am so happy to have you here, and this message is going to be something that if you need it, you definitely need it. All right, and I feel that if you see it and if you're drawn to this reading, then there is a message for you. It may come across as unpleasant. If you find yourself getting defensive, then I think you should listen to it and calm down, and actually see. I'm drawn to this reading and I'm drawn to a particular pile. Then why am I feeling defensive? It's something that you need to ask yourself. Don't react immediately. Ask yourself. Now, if it doesn't resonate, nothing resonates, you're not called to it, then obviously this reading is not for you. But the reading is very important because these are messages from the universe or the spirit, your spirit guides, which have been coming to you. I mean, your spirit guides have been trying to speak to you. The universe is trying to communicate with you. It's just not getting through. So what we're going to look today is, what is that one thing that the universe or your spirit guides are communicating with you which you're ignoring? Then we're going to look at, are you doing this consciously or is this subconscious? If it is, then the third one is, if it is subconsciously, if you're ignoring it consciously, then why are you doing that? And if it's been happening subconsciously, then why aren't you able to receive those messages? So that's what we're going to look at. Number 3. Number 4 is, what happens if you actually pay attention, get the message and follow through? And then we look at, what if you don't follow through? And then the 6th question would be anything else that wants to come out. And the last is advice, of course. All right, so we're going to look at this, and then I will pull out more advice cards from the oracle cards, and then that's about it. So we're going to pull out 7 cards from your tarot and oracle cards as well. So that's how this reading is going to be. Let me quickly introduce you to the piles. Pile number 1 is the Star Spinner Tarot, or this sticker here, which says, "Where is my bag? Victorian Essentials." And that's a fan and a mirror. Pile number 2 is the Light Seer's Tarot and a very favorite Nutella bottle, jar. Pile number 3 is the Tarot of the Curious Creatures and this beautiful key bookmark. Now, beautiful seekers, if you're naturally intuitive, the timestamps are in the description box below. Please head to the timestamps and I'll see you at your pile. And for those of you whom this quick meditation helps, beautiful seekers, sit with your spine erect, palms open, facing upwards. When you're ready, gently close your eyes. And when you're ready, gently take a deep breath. Hold. Center yourself. Focus between your eyebrows. Connect with your inner guidance, knowing that it will lead you to where you're meant to be. When you're ready, gently breathe out. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. And whichever pile you're drawn to, that is your pile. And now I will see you at your pile. Pile number 1, those of you who've chosen the Star Spinner Tarot or this sticker which says, "What's in my bag? Victorian Essentials," and you have this fan here or this mirror, this is your reading. One message I'm getting from this is that some of you who are watching this look at yourself a lot in the mirror, but not necessarily in a loving way. I feel you are the kind who scroll a lot, and you oftentimes feel really sad looking at yourself after seeing a lot of, the ideal videos and reels on Instagram or on so many platforms, I feel you don't really talk very nicely to yourself. And this wounding is not because of social media, but it's been enhanced by social media. But if you own anything like this, that's an added confirmation for you. I'm keeping this here, and let's see what Spirit has to say. Just a moment. All right, I was shuffling these cards while I had switched off the camera because Joey was barking really loud. The dog walkers come to take him for a walk, and he creates quite a ruckus during that time. And we're not going to tell him anything. He's turning 7 tomorrow. Anyway, so now we are going to shuffle out your cards. We're going to take out 7, 1 for each question. All right. So, guardian for the 4 cards. Spirit, for pile number 1, what is the message that you've been trying to get across which they are ignoring or not seeing? What is the message, Spirit, that you've been trying to get through to pile number 1s? What is the message, Spirit, for pile number 1s that you've been trying to get through that they've been missing? You get the 4 of Swords in reverse. Is this something that they are aware of, consciously or subconsciously? You get the 8 of Chalices. Why are they ignoring it? Or why aren't they getting the message? You get the Page of Swords in reverse. What happens if they take heed to the message that you give them? Okay. And what happens if they don't pay attention or don't listen to what you've got to tell them? Anything else they need to know? Okay. Advice, Spirit. Okay. Bottom deck energy. The 2 of Coins. I'm going to shuffle your oracle cards as well, and then we shall begin your reading. And you get the Truth. Bottom deck energy is Passion. You get Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action. Bottom deck energy, surround yourself with protective energy. There are quite a few oracle cards actually. I'm wondering where. Be loyal to what you love. Bottom deck energy, life is a mystery. Work through your fears. You and your loved ones are safe. You get health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. And you get success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. And last but not the least are your messages from the angels. Now, while I'll call out whatever the main messages that come out to me, if you see anything, see any synchronicities which apply to you, you can take that as an added sign. Wow, we get a second success here. Look at that. Beautiful pile number ones. And it also comes with a very, very important message after, which says, if you believe. This is so beautiful. All right, beautiful pile number one. Shall we begin? The message that universe, your spirit guides have been trying to tell you is, you are handling too much. You are not resting enough. You need to give yourself a break, and you just are not. And it's not even as though you're engaging in something that you're passionate about or you love to do. You are just trying to keep a balance with all the chaos that's happening around you. You have taken it upon yourself to make everyone else's life comfortable. It's almost as though you feel it's your duty to do so. So if anyone's upset around you, you can just pick that up and you'll take their bit of the work also. You'll try and unburden A, B, C, D, whoever they are. It could be in your friend circle, it could be at work, it could be in your family, it could be in all these places. You are taking on a whole lot because you feel, I can do this, and you are not resting. Some days, or maybe most days, you may be so exhausted by the time you go to bed that you don't sleep. You're just not able to sleep. And sometimes you are sad because despite all this that you're doing, you don't get the kind of appreciation or the understanding that you deserve. And on some days you really, really feel that you should leave. And this is exactly the message that your spirit guides have been trying to tell you. The universe has been trying to tell you that something's got to change. You are doing more than you should. You are not rested. You are not happy. You're on survival mode. And this has to change. You need to walk away with the 8 of Cups. And you know what? You know it. It's for some of you. You keep going to tarot readings and every tarot reading tells you the same thing. You need to walk away from here. But you don't know how to. You don't know whether it's actually meant for you. You don't know whether they're talking about a relationship. But deep down you know pile number one. You know exactly what everyone's talking about. All right? And for some of you, you don't even want to consider it. So it doesn't reach you because you feel it's not you. By the time someone tells you, maybe even now, you're on the verge of clicking off from the reading, saying that this is not for me. Where can I leave everybody and go this? They need me. I have to do all this for them. If, for example, you're in a family situation, you've got little children or you've got aging parents, or there is something that you can't walk away from a situation at this time, you can at least walk away from the patterns that you're following and allowing people to follow. You can say that this is all that I can do and the rest of you do your own thing as well. And that I've been pitching in so much for this, but this is what I'm interested in. I need time for doing this as well. You've got to change. Either walk away from your situation. If you can't walk away from the situation, bring the change into the situation. Change your attitude first and foremost. because that will come only when you love yourself, believe in yourself, and believe that you are worthy. And you don't have to earn this rest. You don't have to, work and come into this level of exhaustion before you let yourself take a breather. This is going to affect your health if you don't do this soon. Very, very important for you. If you collapse, what happens to all these people? See it in that way. If you're just not wanting to give yourself, any rest or any time to relax because you feel everyone needs you, what happens if you just collapse? Have you ever considered that? If this has come out in a reading, it means it's something that shouldn't be ignored, and you have been ignoring it. You know what happens when you ignore it for too long? The universe is not going to keep quiet. You get a lot of warning signs. A lot of readers tell you need to take a break, you need to take a break. And then when you don't do, you don't pay attention to them, you carry on doing what you're doing, what happens is a tower moment. Just you might fall sick so badly that you can't, you may be admitted. I'm not saying that's going to happen to you, so don't panic. But the fact is, if you're not looking after, just logically, even if you're not looking at a tarot reading, even logically, just think about it. If you keep pushing yourself without giving yourself any rest, it's natural that the body would break down at some point. And you are not giving yourself a decent dose of rest every day. And so the body will demand it from you after some time. All right? And if you don't want that to happen to yourself, respect your body some. Show yourself some love and take that break. Indulge in things that you love to do. And it doesn't matter what your gender is. Make some time for your, self-care. Every single portion of your body needs attention. Give it that attention. Give it that love as you would do the other people around you. And do things that you love, which is, just maybe something silly. It doesn't matter. But take that time out for yourself, and that time should be non-negotiable. You may have to shift the time. Maybe every day you can't have it at 5 to 6. Say if you want to do it between 5 and 6 in the evening, but you don't get that time on a particular day, it's okay. But before the day is over, and it's not to say after bedtime when everyone goes to sleep, no. During the main portion of your day, you need to take that time out for yourself, and you need to go to bed in time. This is very important, and this is the message that the universe is telling you over and over again. There's also another message that I'm getting, just looking at all the cards, that there is something that you're really passionate about, which you're not able to do because of all this that you have taken on from other people handling their stuff. And you're doing that because on one level, you don't feel you have it in you to follow your passion or bring it out there. And you're being told to really work on your self-worth. It could be something that you really want to do, something creative. But every time you think you'll do it, it is this another reason why you're overburdening yourself with everyone else's work is because you feel you're not good enough. And if you put whatever your creative project is, you feel that it's not going to be received very well and you'll make a fool out of yourself. So you're not doing it. You saying, I would have done it, but I don't have time. But the truth is, you do it, you come into balance, you take care of yourself, you allow people to do their work a little bit on their own as well. And you will see your life changing so beautifully, pile number 1. There are 2 success cards here from 2 different decks. Whatever you're going to do, you're going to be a tremendous success. But I feel that you're very codependent on your family. With you and your loved ones are safe and this work through your fears, I think this is very connected. For some of you, you may be water signs with the Scorpio and Cancer card here. You feel too deeply. You are being told to take that time out for yourself. If you can't walk away from this situation, which I don't think most of you can, you've got to change your attitude. Walk away from this attitude which doesn't serve you and it won't serve anyone else in the long run. You feel you're doing your family members a great service by making yourself indispensable. You're not. You're actually taking away from them skills of survival, because they are supposed to be able to do things without you. And they need to know that. And you need to be appreciated. So you need to work on your bottom 3 chakras. Your self-worth, definitely. And exactly with the Page of Swords in reverse, this is what I'm getting. Your creative venture is something so beautiful, which will give you so much of success. It's something you're so passionate about. And that is the whole truth. But you are not looking at it because you don't feel that you are good enough. And that's what I was picking up here. You may not like the way you look, or whatever this is, your creative project, whether it is singing or it's your art or it's something to put yourself out there. You don't feel good enough. And so you find excuses to not do that. You know, but on one side, your inner child wants you to do it. So to quieten your inner child, you try, and then you say, I'm so busy, otherwise I would have done it, or something like that. But you need to pay attention to what the universe is telling you. You need to rest. You need to work on your bottom 3 chakras first and foremost. You need to rest and heal your inner child. You need to know that you're worthy, and you need to give yourself some time. Surround yourself with protective energy. Absolutely. The universe is with you. The universe is seeing what you're doing, and the universe is trying to realign you. And believe me, if the universe has decided that the universe is going to realign you, if you don't do it yourself, and take this reading as the final message from Spirit before the tower happens. You've got 3 months to change your lifestyle. All right, now this doesn't mean that I'm sitting and threatening you here, but I'm telling you this is how it works. You are doing so much. You need to take a break. You don't take a break on your own. The universe has to come in and give you that break one way or the other. It won't be pleasant. It will still be for your highest good, but it won't be a pleasant route to take. So if you do it yourself, you can manage the pace of what's going to happen. All right? Now, what happens if you actually pay attention to what the universe is saying? With the 8 of Wands in reverse, I feel finally you can put multitasking to rest, and you can do one thing at a time in a pace that you're comfortable with. You can actually slow down. This initially will feel uncomfortable because you haven't done it in the longest time. But slowly and surely, you will find that you started enjoying life a little more. Because you've stood up for yourself, people around you understand. You feel that they won't, but they do. They will appreciate that you're taking some time to take care of yourself. All right? And thereafter, take out some time from your busy schedule, from everything. 1, for self-care. 2, for perhaps meditation a little bit, and something in which you pursue your hobby. You pour in lots of energy into what it is that it's either hobby right now in the beginning, and you will take it to something big, but you need to do that. If you don't pay attention to what the universe is telling you now, you will still be in this energy doing things for everyone. You are not going to be happy. You will definitely bring that tower moment upon yourself. You will not feel good about it. And finally, you will have to repeat this cycle over and over again till you learn the lesson. And that's not going to be pleasant, pile number 1. So you've got to pay attention. You've got to give yourself the time, attention, affection that you need. And if you do that, you are going to be the magician. There is nothing that you cannot create with Spirit. Spirit is just waiting for you to take that time out and pour in some energy into yourself. And not just carry on working the way you have been. And you don't trust yourself. You don't believe in your ability. But you do have everything that it takes to be a tremendous success. But you need to believe. You do. And one person you really need to be loyal to is yourself. The number 19 adds to a 10 to a 1. Leadership. And that's number 8. Very, very important. Be graceful in movement and action. For some of you, I feel with this that maybe, this hobby that you really want to pursue could either be anything in the movies maybe, or it could be dancing, or it could even be martial arts, something that you're really passionate about but you're not doing, but you should. Even aligning with this will actually change so many things in your life and will actually align you with your soul purpose. Yes, aligning with what you want to do will, you have the advice from Spirit is that you keep ignoring this and you will always face creative blocks and you will always question yourself as to whether you're good enough. But if you work on yourself, if you take that time to rest, if you take that time for self-care, if you take that time out to indulge in things that you love to do, and actually speak to your family, your friends, that this is all I can do. Have boundaries. Don't say yes to everything and everyone, even when you're not feeling like it. Stop biting more than you can chew. And be very firm about it. Don't be apologetic about it. You will find that people respect you more and they actually will appreciate that you're taking this decision. And if they're not, you don't not to bother about them, which means they don't have your best interest at heart. And then when you align yourself, you are this powerful magician. You lift all the creative blocks. You are going to be a tremendous success. Your life is going to change, and this is something you need to do. And if you don't, your tower, and I feel the tower for most of you is going to be health related, and it's not going to be good. So do take time out to look after yourself. Beautiful, precious pile number 1. And don't let anything that you see on social media doubt who you are. You are worthy exactly the way you are. How you look on this particular day with whatever it is that you're wearing, whatever the world says to you, you are worthy and the universe has your back. You are divinely protected. For some of you, if you feel negative energies coming, if you feel that kind of thing, a salt bath before you sleep will help. You can say daily affirmations, but believe me, you're very powerful. You are the magician, all right? And you've got to be loyal to yourself first and foremost. And that's the only person till date you haven't been loyal to. So don't ignore this message or the message of the universe and of the spirit guides. And take care of yourself. Beautiful pile number 1. I'm sending you a big hug and sending you lots of love and light. Bye-bye. Pile number 2. Those of you who've chosen the Light Seers Tarot or this Nutella jar, welcome to your reading. Some of you must love this. I'm yet to see someone who doesn't love this. But the message coming for you, for some of you, could be that maybe you need to check the amount of sugar you're eating. Maybe some of you need to get your blood tested to find out that everything is okay. And for some of you, it's just an added confirmation that if you do actually love this, or you've been thinking about it, or you're eating it right now, or you've just eaten it, then that's an added confirmation that you've come to the right pile. All right? So, what is Spirit trying to tell you which you haven't been paying attention to? I will be pulling out 7 cards for 7 questions. Beautiful pile number 2, in case you've not seen the introduction, and I will be telling you what each card is. All right, so the oh wow, oh my god, don't tell me not again. The last card, this was one of the messages, the message in fact, of not resting. So are you also not resting? Let's see whether it comes out again. So pile number 2. What is the universe or spirit's message to you that you have been ignoring? And we get 8 of Pentacles. All right. Have you been actually receiving the message and still ignoring it, either consciously or subconsciously? Have you been, are you really aware of this? And you get a yes, it's come out again. You're aware of it. All right. Then if you're aware of it, why aren't you taking action? And if it's, subconsciously, then why isn't it reaching you? Okay. All right. What happens if you pay attention and listen to what the universe has to tell you? What happens if you pay attention to what the universe has to say? Okay. And what happens if you don't pay attention? Okay. Anything else you need to know? Okay. And message from Spirit. Okay. Bottom deck energy. 10 of Cups. Okay. I'm going to shuffle everything, all the cards, before we dive into your reading, all right? All the oracle cards. You get 2 cards here. This stuck. Yes. You get impeccability. And you get embracing. And bottom deck energy is healing. So I'm going to put these 2 here. And I'm going to put this here. If you wish to skip this portion, you can always shuffle, fast forward. But I lay down all your cards, and there are quite a few decks, all right? So you can actually trust your instincts, and wow, you are not alone. Reclaim your power, and there is always enough. I also did happen to see this be here now, but I'm not taking that card. Then you get, ouch, just give me a minute. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn, and you get take time to breathe out. Then you get judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. And you get success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. And last but not the least are the angel answers. And you get choose a new direction and bottom deck energy, be assertive. All right, beautiful pile number 2. Let's get into your reading. The message that you're ignoring has got to do with your career. All right, and it is something that you really, really need to pay attention to. I think your stress is on your home life and it's not on your career. And your stress is on how everyone else is doing, but it's not on yourself. And for some of you, I feel it is on what could have been. Spirit has been telling you to pay attention to your work. So for some of you, you may be self-employed. You may have a business of your own. You may be writers. You may use divination. You could be artists. But there's something that you don't have to go to work. You do it from the comfort of your home. All right? And it is something creative. But you don't put in the hours for your work because your home takes a lot of your time. However, there is one group of you who used to be very diligent as far as the work is concerned, but of late, there has been some sort of a relationship that hasn't worked, and you spend hours not realizing that you know how the time goes by because you are busy trying to find ways of making this connection work. You have different circumstances. With the 7 of Cups here, that's what I feel. Somehow or the other, you feel that you can make that happen and then things will be fine and then, everything will be okay. And you're being told to choose a new direction. And it's about time you did that. And it's time for you to focus on your career. Right now, as I'm recording and posting this, we are in Mercury retrograde. Recently, I had done a video, I think, the one before this, the next 6 months. What does it look like to you? You can check that out. And you will be on track before the 6 months is over, provided you pay attention to this message. You are good enough, but you have attached your worth to this person, to that thing working out. You were so sure it will work out. For those of you who it's not a relationship thing, who, you've just not been working because you've been engaged in other things. Maybe you don't know how time flies because you sleep too much. You're scrolling for a long time. Other things distract you. It takes you away from your work. And for those of you who are like that, you may have perfectionist tendencies. You may want to do things perfectly. And you're being told to embrace who you are. Embrace those little imperfections. Correct things as you move along. But do not do something because you want everything to be perfect. Because that way you won't move. With this, take time to breathe out. I feel some of you are oversleeping, but you're not rested. Because there's this need to either engage yourself in something or the other that will numb you till you get exhausted and fall asleep. But neither are you rested nor are you working. And don't feel that I'm calling you out or pointing a finger to, make you feel less than, because I don't feel you're feeling good as it is. You're being told that you have a lot of capabilities and you're not creating what you create on your own. You're co-creating with spirit. You're never alone. You are such beautiful people. You've got so much of emotions, so much of love. But you're very hard on yourselves. I don't even know if you realize that. You just start working, and I feel for a lot of you, you were really focused on something and then something happened, or it's your own self-sabotage maybe, that you've left it. And you're being told your hard work is paying off. You were on the right path. You were doing a great job. Why did you give it up? Get back to your work is what I'm hearing from spirit. What happens if you take heed to what the universe is telling you and you get the 9 of Wands? With this coming upright, which was, did you get the message from spirit, either consciously or subconsciously? And the answer is yes. You have got the answer from spirit, but you have not been able to work on it because for some of you, self-sabotaging, you don't think you're good enough. For some of you, you feel that once that relationship situation becomes okay, you'll be on track. But for some, you just feel that you're not ready yet, and you're being told, that if you pay attention, if you actually listen to what spirit has to say, and if you actually start working again, you will get out of this 9 of Wands energy. You have been in this energy that I'm really working on this and it's never getting done. You don't realize that you're actually putting very little effort towards what you're doing. But whilst maybe you're sitting in the same place in front of your work and you're doing something else, and so you feel that this work, it never gets done. But this is the first indication of self-sabotage. You're very hard on yourself. You don't do the work when you're meant to do it because you feel it's not good enough or you're not good enough, and this needs to change. For some of you, it is that relationship which is holding you back with that red thread of fate here. Whichever group you fall into, thinking doesn't change your life. Planning doesn't change your life. Manifesting doesn't change your life. Action changes your life. When you manifest the perfect career, you manifest opportunities, manifest love, you can't just sit in one place, keep dreaming about it into being, and when the circumstances are right for you to act, if you don't act, they're not going to come true. And that is the message for you. And which is what brings me to this magician here. What happens if you don't listen to what spirit has to say? You will continue manifesting. And the manifestation will come very close, but you won't be able to ground it because you haven't done the work. Say for example, you're making your masterpiece, you're an artist, say, you're making something which is brilliant, and you've been manifesting things, thinking about it day in and day out, whatever you're doing in the back of your mind that's there, and you feel you can do it a little better this way, and you will change some of that, but you never complete it, but you keep manifesting it. And you feel that if you just manifest it, it'll happen. When you manifest it, what spirit does, what the universe does, is it makes sure that you have all the resources to do whatever it is that you want to. And the universe also makes sure that the time is right, that if you do it now and put it out there, you will achieve success. Everything is working for you. But if you just keep staring at that picture without actually picking up your paintbrushes or whatever that artwork was, and if you don't actually work on it, how is it going to get completed? How are you going to submit it? How are people going to see it? How are you going to get rewards for what you've done? So then blaming the universe that I've manifested, it's not happening, it's not going to happen. Action will ground it. So it's very important for you to act. So when you get up and take heed and work on your whatever it is that you're working on. I was going to say work on your coins, so this could be something which is very important for you. Then things will start moving. Otherwise, you'll keep manifesting and getting frustrated. And with anything else that you need to know is, yes, you are blocking your wish fulfillment. You're the magician. You're manifesting it, but you don't see it happen. Why? Because there's no action that follows. And this is something you really, really need to take heed of. And with that panther spirit there, it says reclaim your power. Absolutely. You've got it in you. You have the skills. As the magician, you have everything it takes. All you've got to do it is complete the thing and put it out there, whatever it is. And for that, if you feel you keep getting blocks, you need to heal with this healing here. Embrace yourself the way you are. Embrace your work the way it is. Don't strive for perfection. Do not compare. And I feel for some of you, when things don't happen, you get addicted to sugar. And then you start feeling bad about yourself. It's a vicious cycle. And you need to break it as soon as you can. Because wonderful things are waiting to happen. Your hard work is paying off. There is success here. And stop comparing yourself with anyone else. Everyone has their own challenges. Stop looking at how wonderful someone did something. Your work is wonderful too, but when you look at your work and you look at your life and you look at yourself, the lens is different. You suddenly become very hard on yourself. And that needs to change. Also, you really need to heal your bottom 3 chakras. That's the thing for each and every one of us. You need to, first of all, with this card here, which says there's always enough, number 36 or 9 could be significant. And this is Panther Spirit, number 44 or 8 could be significant. Again, progression, 8 to 9. You need to work on your root chakra, on your lack mindset, poverty consciousness. You need to work on your self-confidence, your self-worth. That's your solar plexus chakra. And you definitely need to work on your sacral chakra as well, because that is where all the blocks for your creativity lie. You need to let it go. Once you work on these 3 chakras, maybe even your heart, because that's also hurting for those of you who are in just coming out of a love situation, you will find things just move. Now, healing is a lifelong process. You don't have to wait for the end of your life to see whether you're going to do something with your creation. No, it's a mindset. You just got to have that healing mindset and start acting. Action is the word for you. And with these 2 cards here that the angels have to tell you, for some of you, if you're still stuck on this person, you're being told to choose a new direction. And if some of you are working on something and you're working on it not because you want to, you were previously working on something else but your heart was in it, but you find that everyone else is getting fame doing something else and you're switching, you're being told to choose a new direction. Go back to what it is that you wanted to do. Be assertive. You have everything that it takes to make you a tremendous success. Pile number 2. Do not ignore this message from Spirit. If you've just been self-sabotaging, numbing, doing all things except your work, or if you've been brooding over somebody, some relationship, get back to work. Baby steps, but start acting now. If you're seeing this reading, even if it's in the middle of the night, if you're seeing this reading, pick up a pen and paper and write on the first one thing that you're going to do the next day. And if it is in the morning that you're watching it, then during that very day, one thing that you're going to do in the step of getting your work back on track. This is something you got to do now, as soon as you finish this reading, if you're watching this. And claim your power, reclaim your power. You've just given it away. No one's coming to save you. You will save yourself. And that doesn't happen by talking down to yourself. That doesn't happen by being really hard on whatever it is that you're doing. You are wonderful. You're creating something brilliant. Tremendous success is waiting to happen. And that is the message from final advice from Spirit, Queen of Cups. Show yourself a whole lot of love and bring that love into what you do. Bring it all into yourself and into your work. And nothing can stop you, pile number 2. All right, so that is the message. I am sending you so much love and light and all the very best. You are going to be so successful, and I know I'll be really happy to hear about it on my channel. If you can comment below. But whether you comment or not, I wish you all the very best. Don't give up hope. Don't give up on yourself. You are brilliant. Your work is excellent. Just do it. Bye-bye. Pile number 3, those of you who've chosen the Tarot of the Curious Creatures or this beautiful bookmark, welcome to your reading. For some of you, the message from Spirit that you've been ignoring possibly is get back to reading. Maybe you used to be voracious readers once upon a time, and now you spend all the time on your phone. You're being told that you need to get back to reading, and I feel for some of you that is going to make you write, and that is going to unlock a lot of doors for you. Maybe you do have some project which is on the back burner, and once you inculcate this habit of reading, you will actually get down to finishing that, which can be very beneficial for you. All right, now beautiful pile number 3, if you haven't seen the introduction, I will be pulling out 7 cards for you, and each one will answer a question, and I will tell you that as I'm putting the cards. I will first shuffle 7 and take out 7 tarot cards, and then there are a whole lot of oracle cards which we'll take out, and then I'll dive into your reading. You can feel free to fast forward if you like. I'm not putting additional timestamps. You can fast forward though. I won't be talking too much, at least nothing that you will miss here. So the first question is, what is Spirit trying to tell you that you've been ignoring, pile number 3? And you get the star. Oh, love this. Why would you ignore this, really? Anyway, are you actually getting this message? Have you got it either consciously or subconsciously? Let's see. you are 9 of Wands. Okay. Why is it that you're not working on it, or you're ignoring it, or not getting it at all? And you get the 3 of Swords in reverse. What happens if you do pay attention and rise to whatever it is you're being told? You get the 7 of Cups. And what happens if you don't? And you get Strength. Anything else you need to know? You get the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. And advice from the Spirit. You get the World. Okay. Bottom deck energy is the 9 of Swords in reverse. Some of you could be air signs watching this, doesn't have to be, but there's a lot of overthinking going on here. All right, starting with your oracle cards now. You get peace. Bottom deck energy is playfulness. Wow. You get protection guardian, drop your shields. And you get heart guardian, love and let yourself be loved. You get Otter Spirit, you are never alone. And you get Sandpiper Spirit, be playful. This is the second time you've got it. Pile number 3s, have you been very serious? Has life become so heavy for you that you've forgotten to laugh? You've forgotten the mirth that used to be a thing which was natural. People remember you, I hear, for your playfulness, for wit, and for your laughter is what I'm hearing. But you've been very serious. Maybe when you meet people, you might be playful again, but you don't meet so many people perhaps. Or it's just something you put, and the minute you come back to your world, you're serious again. Why is that so? Have faith in your dreams. Bottom deck energy, a new romantic cycle begins. Doubt. I release the need to know all answers. Wow, this card has come to all 3 groups. All right, so whatever spirit is giving you a message which you're not listening to, and if you are listening to it, you're not acting upon it. But if you do, there is a lot of success waiting to happen. All right, so why would you not want to listen? Sometimes we actually run away from the advice that will actually heal us and give us our best life. Why we do it, I can only say it could be lack of self-love, lack of trusting, same old pattern. Look at this! One more pile got these 2 cards. Ah, they're so beautiful. And the bottom deck energy is wait. Okay, all right. So if some of you, I'm hearing, are planning to quit something, have faith in your dreams and don't quit it yet. There's a lot of success waiting to happen. Do not doubt your abilities because things are not showing, the results are not visible. Don't give up on what you're doing. Have faith in your dreams, whatever area it is in your life, be it your career, be it your relationship. Don't give up on what you're doing. Wait before you take the next step. Wait, the truth is yet to come out. Wait, there's a lot of success coming in. Okay, pile number 3, let's get into your reading. What is the message that Spirit, the universe, has been trying to tell you? And you get the Star. You're being told, beautiful pile number 3, that you've been doing your healing for quite a while. All right, you are the star energy. Your presence is healing for others. You just walk into a room and people just flock to you because they feel good in your presence. That's the energy you carry. And you have been through a rough patch, and I feel it's got to do with love. But I don't feel this is something which is recent. I think it's happened once upon a time. But you're still holding on to it. That's a confirmation. Joey just walked in. And that is a confirmation. So there is something that from your past, love related, which has hurt you, and you've been actively healing. And the message from the universe to you is that you have healed. All right, you feel there is more work to be done, but it isn't. Now it's just habitual. You're holding on to this person, the memory of the person. And for some of you, you may be struggling to hold on to the memory of this person. But you are, because you're just being loyal to an energy, to something in the past, though every bone of your body says that it's over. You're not actively feeling any pain. You're not missing them. You have wished them well. You don't get tears thinking about them anymore. You don't get a lump in your throat. Nothing. But from time to time, you feel that if you don't think about it, something is wrong. But you're being told your heart is healed. That chapter is closed. You know it. And it's time for you to move on. And move on how? Keep your heart open. Bring that playfulness back. Whatever it is in your life that has happened, many challenges may have come in that period. But you're ready to put it aside. You've done the work. With this 9 of Swords in reverse, gone are your days of sleepless nights. And you are being told to show up with your head held high in your most authentic version, in the most authentic version of yourself. Come out like that. What you say should be authentic. Congruence is what you need to follow. What you think, what you say, what you do are in alignment, because that's the kind of healing you've done. That's how powerful you are. People are just flock to you, and you know that. Maybe maybe you run away from people because they're too many, and you find that your energy gets depleted when you interact with them. But people are drawn to you because you've done the work. If you look at this card here, your heart is lit. And this is exactly the message from Spirit. This World card, also your heart is lit. It's done. Your healing is done. You're ready. You're ready for the next phase of your life. You are just trying to hold on to something which has done its work. You know that you've done the work. It's just, I don't even think you have any hope or you have any desire for that hope anymore. But you just, for the sake of it, I don't know what this is. It's just possibly habit, or maybe it's a void. Oh, yes. It could be that if you leave it, there is, I remember that card where there's a flamingo trying to cross, from the dark to the light or something. And there's that card which is in between. That's what I feel. You finished the healing. You've let this person go. You're in a very good place. But if you don't think about them, you feel an emptiness, a void. But Spirit is telling you, let it go. Feel the void. Let the void come. From that void, wonderful things are waiting to happen. But don't just keep holding on to something just for the sake of it, because you are eating up from the days which are waiting for you to see your best life yet. All right? Are you getting this message? Yes, you are. With this card upright, 9 of Wands upright, you know. You know exactly what Spirit is trying to tell you. You may have seen tarot readings. Everything tells you the same thing. But you're still holding on for some reason. Not for some reason, for that very reason, that you don't know how to fix that void. Just give me a moment. And why are you not? I'm laughing right now. When whatever transpired, you've actually been in a lot of pain. All right, so no one's taking that away from you. But even the 3 of Swords has come in reverse. Why would you want to hold on to the pain? You have healed from this situation. Whatever this was, a betrayal, heartbreak, whatever it is, with this coming in reverse, you have healed from this. 9 of Swords in reverse, you have healed from it, but you're holding on to it. Which is why you're not acting on what Spirit is telling you. The universe is telling you, you're ready to show your authentic self. You're ready to meet people again. You're ready to, have that old version of yourself, that carefree, happy person, but from a place of awareness, from a place of consciousness. But no, you don't want to move ahead. It's this wanting to step out of your comfort zone is something that's making you uncomfortable. You know that you have changed. You know that you are the authentic version of yourself, but you're not sure whether people are ready to see you like this. Which is why you're not paying attention to what Spirit is telling you. What happens if you pay attention to what you're being told by the universe and you actually act upon it? You are going to be spoiled for choices. Pile number 3. You will have so many doors opening up for you. People will be ready to welcome you. Opportunities will be so many. You can pick and choose. You're going to be in this era wherein you are unstoppable. You've got 2 success cards here. Whatever you're waiting for, waiting to do, wherever you're putting your energy, be it in a relationship, be it in work, be it in everything altogether, you are going to have so many opportunities and so many successes, and so many different varied successes in different areas of your life, only when you put yourself out there and once and for all release this energy. You've done the work. You also know it. You're not waiting for anyone to come back. Deep down inside, sometimes if you like once upon a time when this happened, you may have been dreaming up so many scenarios. Now, even if you think of the scenarios, sometimes you feel, oh my God, if it actually works out, I don't want it to happen. That is the energy I'm getting from you. But you're still not putting yourself out there, and you need to, because you don't know how beautifully your life is going to change. You've got to do this. Beautiful pile number 3. And what if you don't pay attention and you carry on holding on to this? What happens? Strength. You will have to keep being strong, but not being your authentic self. You'll still have to go through that pain, keep it, and it's going to be difficult for you to remember the pain, because slowly it's fading from your memory because you're healed, but you're holding on to it somehow. And you've got to dim your light. Over and over again, you've got to dim your light. Why would you want to dim your light? But that's what you're going to do if you don't put yourself out there. This is the Leo and Aquarius axis. This is it. You need to shine, but you won't be shining if you don't show up in the most authentic fashion. If you keep yourself stuck, if you keep holding on to something that's no longer serving you and no one has to tell you about it, you have beautiful things lined up. You have a lot of dreams apart from this thing that you're holding on to. And when you realize that, your life is going to change so beautifully. And you are protected when you go out showing your authentic self. Maybe in the past you were hurt, you had a lot of hurtful experiences, but you're not alone. Spirit walks with you and you are divinely protected. Your heart is healed. Allow yourself to meet people, to allow love to enter into your life. You are reaching this beautiful, peaceful, harmonious, loving phase of your life because of the work you put in, but you're hesitant to move forward, and that needs to change. Anything else you need to know? You get the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. You're not paying attention to your work either. I mean, you want to do something, but it's because to do whatever it is that you're going to do or want to do, you need to actually collaborate. You need to meet people. Even for getting ideas, if you're creating something, you need to meet people. You need to go out there. You need to have experiences. Otherwise, you will be, regurgitating the same old thing over and over again in different ways. You need that fresh energy. And for that, you can't stay stuck. You have to go outside. You have to put yourself out there. Advice from Spirit. This is the universe and Spirit telling you, you have done the work. There is light coming out from you. You've got a halo on your head because that's the amount of healing you've done. Step out of your comfort zone. You have successfully closed out that cycle. You are in your most authentic era. You're meant to actually go and shine your light. People are going to be inspired by you. You must be already feeling that there's tremendous success waiting to happen. So don't give up on something. If you're thinking of giving up on something, don't do that. It's all aligning for you. The universe is just waiting for you to finally give it up once and for all and stop out of habit, just forcing yourself to think about a situation which is done and dusted. All right, this is beautiful, beautiful energies. You've done all the work. This is almost what I feel is, you're somebody who's got that treasure there. You got the key. You've got to go across, but you just feel that you're not ready yet because you just want to daydream on something, and it's difficult for you to get that dream because that dream is already gone. You don't want it, but you're still holding on. So you're being told everything is fine. You've done the work. The universe is so proud of you, and it's ready for you. I mean, everything is ready for you to move forward. It's not even a leap of faith. You can see everything, or maybe you can't see everything, which is why you doubt. But you have done the work. The universe is waiting with this huge gift to give you. Move forward out of your comfort zone, believing in yourself and in the universe, and go and live your best life. Accept that beautiful gift. I am sending you so much love and light. Bye-bye.